Right. Sometimes comments seem too important to just read and hope they show up when I approve them, which sometimes they don't. So I'm going to read a comment. This might be just, I should learn how to do YouTube shorts. So share screen, done. Where is it now? Let's hope I don't dox anyone. Here it is, right. Just Colleen. I'll read this out. I haven't even read the full thing. I just started to read it and thought, oh my God, this is important. So it's on an older video I did on Jesse Zabota and Lucian Greaves, who's the head of I think he took over from Michael Aquino, the Temple of Set. So this person says, Bishop Larry Gator is full of shit, excuse my language. He stated Jessie Sabota was the Queen Mother of Darkness. That's bullshit. Her grandmother is still the active Queen Mother of Darkness. Jessie was trained for that position, but did not step up to her position. She was trained to give the earth to the Antichrist. That has already been done, and she did not show up to the ritual to make that happen. Someone else did. This is deep, people, for anybody that studies the occult. Someone else did, probably her grandmother. Lucian Greaves was Jessie's training partner when they were little. They are connected on the paranormal level where they can read each other's thoughts. They went through a lot of horrible things together as children. She did not make it known to the public, their relationship as kids, because it wasn't time for her to release that information to the public. She admits their relationship now, and I've got messages from Kathy Fox, who, by the way, is a man living in Portugal, but I've got messages from Kathy Fox talking about the close relationship between Jessie and Lucian as children. They made a pact when small that if one got out of the system, they would help the other to get out. Although Lucian Greaves is in his position he holds today, Jessie still communicates with him in case he ever changes his mind and wants to get out. Well, that would be nice. I'd like to think that. The thing everyone doesn't take into account is that all these Satanists are still her family. So she keeps her relationships with them because she knows that someone's religion isn't the only thing that makes a person. This is really important. Let me just see who this is from again. Just Colin. Sorry. Right. There are many, many other aspects that add up to complete a person. She has the ability to still love her family members, regardless of things they worship or believe in. Read the comments from the people that follow Jessie. She constantly brings people closer to God. I am one of those people myself. Satanists do not bring people closer to God. They capture human souls for Satan. That's not what goes on with her. You people are listening to the bullshit put out by the system to discredit Jessie Zabota, because when she speaks about the cult, she exposes truths they don't want known. God protects her so they can't get to her to kill her off or to shut her up. The next thing they can do to her is try to discredit what she says about them. What better way is there to do that than by ruining her reputation? Bishop Larry Gator's big mouth is solely 100% the reason why the cult murdered Jesse's son. He released the address where that boy lived on radio's live show, and 2 weeks later that boy was dead. Bishop Larry Gator's title of bishop is a self-appointed title. It was not bestowed on him through a church of God. He gave it to himself. If anyone is connected to the cult, it's Larry Gator's. Why did he release the personal addresses of Jessie and her family members on a live show that put her son's life in jeopardy? What kind of Christian would do such a thing? He knew what he was doing when he opened his big mouth, I'm quoting, and released that information that was given to him in confidence. After listening to your bullshit, okay, sorry, I have to ask you, whose side are you really on? Because you're talking shit without getting all the facts. And you're defending a man that is responsible for the death of a young man, question mark. What kind of person does that make you out to be? Not a good one, I'd say. I'm sorry about that, Colleen. Not a good one in the least bit. You need to get your facts straight before you start running your mouth. What's the chances of you causing harm to an innocent person because you're talking long shit? Don't make the same mistake as Gators did. You don't know what kind of consequences you could be stirring up. I'm not scared of, like, don't threaten me, right? Because there are some very serious anomalies with Jesse and some very serious financial fraud. So you're not going to shame me here, right? Let's get back to it. Setting all the stuff about Jessie aside, what about the life of her son? I'm sorry her son died. I'm also sorry that she raised a lot of money for his funeral, which was totally independently financed by his home church. There's some very serious financial issues with Jessie. I've also lost complete faith in Timothy Charles Holmesworth, and there's some very serious questions about him too. Right, that's just me. Let's go back to the script, like the comment. Gators is totally 100% responsible for that boy's death. Well, that's an opinion. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't trust him. I don't like him. He might as well have taken a knife and plunged it in that boy's chest himself. This is a bit emotional. His wagging tongue is the knife that did exactly that to that boy, metaphorically. How are you defending that piece of shit of a man right now? I'm never defending Larry Gators. He's a charlatan, in my opinion. You need to check yourself, check your facts, and then check the people out that you are representing here. Then you need to learn to shut the fuck up and quit running your fat ass mouth. That's a bit rude. Until you have all the facts. It's haphazard. People like you and Gators, don't put me in his category, that put innocent people's lives at risk. You are putting yourself out there as being just as big as a piece of shit as Gators himself. Goodness me. That man will have to answer to God one day for opening his big mouth, and you should be careful so you don't find yourself in the same position as him through your own stupidity. It's a bit naughty, this comment. Get right or shut the fuck up, because what you did here was the very wrong thing to do. Get right. Okay, well, I suggest that you also go for a inventory check with God. Right, I'll read the rest of the comments while I'm here because, like, I value them. You know, this is one from Abraham, who's currently operating under Meta Copper Coin. Okay, at 5 minutes 40 seconds, you inadvertently omitted the 6+ hours of Steve Zorro Martin interviews from your list of crucial A&G testimonies. Yeah, I haven't featured them because they annoy me, Abe. To me, the real disclosures were the ones that you, Ella, and Finbar took. The Steve Martin alleged retraction videos just make me furious. The children look drugged and traumatized and manipulated and coached, as was upheld by the IOPC. Right. So one, home videos filmed in Morocco. Yeah, I've got them all posted on my BitChute, Abraham. Home videos filmed in Morocco and Spain. Home videos and 3-hour detailed audio testimonies recorded by Jean Clement. Yep, that's on my BitChute. Videos surreptitiously filmed by Brian Gerish's agent. I didn't know they were surreptitious. See, I just love it when you come forward, Abraham. You've got so much to contribute. The 6 hours of Steve Zorro Martin police interviews initially leaked by policewoman controller Cleopatra Gustav, one of the first 2 detectives to visit us at home on the 5th of September 2014, then subsequently leaked. Wow. By Belinda Buckle Mackenzie. Joined at the hip, Mackenzie friend lay legal advisors to desperate, vulnerable families partner Sabine Son McNeil. With friends like these, you don't need enemies. I know. I have been accused of being I don't know what word you would use, but I still have hope that Sabine was actually a victim of Belinda, not a cohort. But I do know she was involved with options, not adoptions, and like they go back a while, those two. And I have been guilty in the past of being too generous. But thank you for that comment. I'll just put it through. Right. Now, I'm just reading the comments here, people randomly. It started with one, but look, I just finished watching your 5-part series. You're a beautiful, brave warrior. Don't let the trolls get you down. You have strength through Christ, and I'm sure many others, are praying to uplift you in your healing and your godly quest to protect his children. May his light shine through us all to expose the darkness of this world. Much love. Thank you, Janet. And then who's that strange person who was talking about your lovely artwork? Yeah, let me just say that. Oh my goodness. That strange person is Abraham Christie's favorite YouTuber in the UK called Guidance Code. Now, he hasn't fully stayed anonymous because he turned up to nearly every Hampstead court case and he had the guts to go and film. Him and Happy Brewer were two of, and Christiane Sands, the bravest, and what was the other guy's name? I keep forgetting his name. Well, Nilu Berry, Christiane Sands. There was another guy. I put it up in comments recently. But anyway, about 5 people had the guts to go and film the school and the church, and Finchley Lido, and the related reported areas very quickly. And Finbar was one of them. So I'm shocked, Abe, when you say Finbar was filming surreptitiously, as was Jean Clement. It's like, you must have wondered who could you trust? Who, if anybody? I salute recording, and I do some, you know, I do some surreptitious recording myself. I'm guilty of that, and I know you know that. But it's like, who can you trust? Literally, who can you trust? So I'm very, very glad to read those comments. I'm shocked that Finbar recorded surreptitiously. Wow, it's like it's so quickly developing all of this. So that's it, guys. I'm trying to just engage more with my subscribers and guidance code. I haven't even watched, like, he's mirrored my last two Hampstead videos. One of them I watched, the last one it's like, stop it, stop it. Aren't we supposed to be on the same side? Why are you being malicious? You know, maybe by tomorrow I'll get curious enough to watch why you've mirrored my latest video with what do they call it? Malice aforethought. I love that term, malice aforethought. And I hold you. I kind of want to give you a cease and desist guidance. Like, I could copyright strike you over and over, and I'm not into that. We're on the same side. But I kind of want to say to you, stop it. Just stop it. Cease and desist. I do believe in disclosure. I do believe in everybody having their own angle. I do understand why I get accused constantly of being Illuminati, like my black and white polka dot dress, and then I made pottery all along that line just to piss take that. And then my artwork, even though I have them because they remind me of my sister or my daughter or my grandchildren, whatever. um I did question why the artist revered Madame Blavatsky. She was dating somebody from the NSA. She was commissioned to make artwork for the likes of Oliver North and the whole Iran Contra thing. It's like people are waking up, and even people, it doesn't matter what class you are, people are waking up from every demographic. And if you shoot everybody down because they accidentally threw a sign up or wore a polka dot dress or dated somebody from the NSA or mistakenly, stupidly thought Madame Blavatsky was a positive influence, you're shooting yourself in the foot. So anyway, look, it's my second video on the Sabbath, and maybe I shouldn't have worked on the Sabbath, but I hope I've made myself clear. And I pray, God, you forgive me for working on the Sabbath. I didn't mean to do this. I just came across some comments. All right, God bless people. Please support me if you can. My website fees and domain and everything needs paying this month, and I don't want it to go down. So hit my GoFundMe link and send a gift. Thank you.